talked about it yesterday, just that chip on your shoulder. Everyone talking about a neutral AFC championship game, not even thinking about you guys. How much did that motivate you coming into this?
You better send those refunds.
I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. Back-to-back champs, kings of the north with it. Thinking they can hang with us, still ain't jumped out the porch with it. Long bomb to chase every Sunday, watch him go and get it. Double up on him, then we gon' double down on T. Higgins. Then throw Boyd in the mix, now you really iffy. Every Sunday showing boys how to really gritty. They try to shuffle up the game on us, but they ain't icky. Flip the coin, kick the toe Roger to go and get it. Never know what's gonna happen when Joe drop back. He get shiesty in the pocket, I get shiesty on the track. Nobody on the team all pro, that's all cap. Most all around team in the NFL, that's all fact. Ain't came across nobody yet that seem like they can hang with us. They said we couldn't be Buffalo, but see how we call they bluff. Underdogs every week, they keep on trying to label us. Put your money on us, even if Vegas don't favor us. No matter what, we really came up, now it's hard to fail. I dare you come across that middle, Von gon' ring your bell. I know we under they skin, them boys built frail. Eli Apple out there chirping like a next tail. You don't want Salmon Trey to come off them ends. Rita clogging up the middle like a big body Benz. Right behind them Logan and Pratt, the turnover twins. Jesse Bates in the backfield just to clean up the loose ends. We just drafted Cam and drafted Hill. Instant gratification every time that they on the field. We can't go back to what we was, cause that's the loser way. It's been hard to throw on us since we picked up a Woozier. It's like win after win, feel like we could really do it. Zach Taylor doing his thing for the city, I give it to him. And I bet Samaji will find a hole if you give it to him. Hayden Hurst don't need a hole, he just plan on running through him. Just hand it out to 28 and let him do the dash. Getting hit by BJ Hill probably feel like a car crash. Every week it seem like Lou digging deeper in his bag. And if the game on the line, all my favorite money match. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up.
What do we say, dog? That's right, y'all. They got to play us. What's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the back-to-back AFC North champion Cincinnati Bengals. Now, do me a favor, if you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. You guys are awesome. I'm up to 2,327 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, if you watch on Facebook or Twitter and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, why not? Please do so. Please go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscription button, hit the bell for notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. Also, exclusively, well, it's not live, so I can't do super chats. But if you want to give me a super chat and it's not live, I'd appreciate it. But as always, I'm coming to you live from this glorious place down here. It's the Ice Cave, and the Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And you know it, I wear it every day. Jackpot Joey 9. Got the gear right there, jackpotjoey9.com. And the hats, the banners, shirts, and the stuff. Check it out there. The beer is at Brink Brewery. Portions of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Fund and the Joe Burrow Foundation. All right, guys. So, decided to do something a little different. I've done these before in the past. And since I can't do videos from the Bengals bridge crew anymore, the Bengals won't let me. They won't let anybody. You can't video anything up there because they don't want you taking too much of a wide shot and getting stuff out there that other teams might be able to use. So I understand why that is. So I figured I'd do it this way this year and just give you some news and notes of what I saw. Now, on the rehab field, I saw Cam Sample, BJ Hill, and Travion Williams. They all look fine. And Lel Collins, obviously. Lel Collins looked really good. He was running around. They all look fine. I mean, Travion, I didn't see a limp or anything. BJ Hill, it might have just been a veteran off day. He was doing a rope, a little bike work. Travion was doing some band work, running around. They all looked honestly fine. I don't think it's anything too big of a deal. I did notice some stuff from the game. I'll go back to the game Friday night here right now before I go into what I saw today. I was hoping Friday night that I think we all were that Trevor Siemian and Brandon Allen, not Brandon Allen. I wish we still had Brandon Allen. The other quarterback, I can't think of his name right now, would have played better. The biggest things that I keep noticing from them is they're still holding on to the ball too long. And that's what I noticed again today at training camp. Trey Henderson got his hand on Trevor Siemian, which would have been a sack. Jake Browning actually stepped up. Yeah, Jake Browning's their quarterback. Duh. Jake Browning actually stepped up in the pocket, but he stepped up right into a defensive pass rush coming toward him. So again, it just looks like they can't get rid of the ball fast enough. Now, one thing that is true, Jackpot Joey has one of the fastest releases in football. So if you're comparing him to Joe, they're not even going to be the same thing. But to be able to run this offense somewhat, you got to be able to get rid of the ball. And that's the biggest thing I see with these guys, that they're just not getting rid of the ball fast enough. I did see a really good catch by Jamar Chase. I tweeted it out. The tight end, Wilcox. Wilcox was out there today, and he had a very nice catch. Looked really well out there. Looked like he's running fine. I didn't see any limp or anything like that. He was practicing perfectly fine. So that's a good sign as far as the tight end room goes. I'm trying to think if I saw Irv Smith out there. I think I did. Again, I'm on the bridge. It's kind of hard to see sometimes way over there because, of course, they're always on the farthest field. The guys closest to me, of course, Darren Simmons, Shooter, Money Mac, Brad Robinson. All these guys are close to me. Now, that's where I can go into the punting battle. Drew Christian looked good, but Brad Robinson, there's just a different sound from him when the ball comes off his foot. It's just a deep thud, like boom. It's kind of the same thud sound I heard first time I heard Ed McPherson kick a football. And just how they're practicing getting the ball deep and angling it. I mean, Brad had one where he literally it landed at the 5-yard line, bounced a couple times, and then stopped at the 2-yard line, and nobody touched it. That was a hell of a punt. So I love Drew Christian. I think he's a good punter. I just think Robinson's going to be the guy. So far, I think the competition's over. I mean, the competition's over at right tackle, too. I think we all know that. The wide receiver room, we were always talking about the Migos and how great those three were. I want to give a shout out to my boy, Trenton Irwin. He has been having a hell of a training camp. And I told him today, he's walking out to practice, I said, hey, congratulations on a hell of a preseason or whatever. He said, thanks, man. And I said, well, you know why you're doing so good? He kind of stopped. He goes, why? I said, because you came on my podcast. And he started laughing and walking away. That has nothing to do with it. But Trenton has had a very good camp. Yoshi looked good again. Chuck Sizzle, he was out there running around. I didn't see any issues with his shoulder. I hate to say it, but I don't know. Trent Taylor was out there getting punts. I just don't see anything work any way Trent Taylor makes this team. I mean, I just don't. And Yosivas was taking punts. That was kind of interesting. I saw today. I saw him taking some punts. So I'm very curious of who is going to be the punter. Because I thought we all thought it was going to be Chuck Sizzle, which it still might be. But Yosivas has had just a great camp. I mean, when we drafted him, me and Game On were on Cincinnati pod with Zim. And I pretty much said, I think he's going to be a practice squad player. That's what I said. Credit to Game On. He said, heck no, this guy's going to be really good. Blah, 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 blah. I said, I hope you're right. Well, so far, Game On's right. He's been looking really well. He had, I think, 10 targets on the game Friday night, which is a heck of a lot. Let's get to the running backs there. Like I said, Travion was over on the practice field, or excuse me, the rehab field. Looked fine. He didn't participate in practice. I thought Chris Evans looked really well Friday night. The offensive line didn't give him a whole lot of room to run, but as far as trying to pick up the blitzes and stuff, which, you take what it is for a preseason game, I thought he looked pretty good. Chase Brown, I thought looked pretty good. Mixon definitely, he was back at practice today, so and he always looks good. Mixon's going to be obviously our number one running back. That's going to happen. It's always who's going to be the RB2. And I love Travion, and right now he needs to get out on the field and practice and play. So hopefully sometime this week he'll get back out there and maybe get some playing time this Friday. But I think right now the RB2 job is between Chase Brown and Chris Evans. That's my thoughts. One of the craziest things that happened today, I've never seen this. All right, so if you've ever been to Bengals practice, they got a gate over here. That's where all the players come up and everything. They always leave it open. They always have a security guard because there's always people walking back and forth, during practice or whatever. So instead of opening and closing all the time, they leave it open. So all of a sudden I'm standing there. All of a sudden I look over to my right and I see this bike. This dude on this bicycle, two-wheel bicycle, riding around on the practice squad. Now, he's riding around where normally the offensive linemen are at. They weren't there. I think if they were there, he would have probably gotten the crap knocked out of him, but he wasn't there. Rides down the hill. The security's chasing after him, trying to get him off the bike. They knock him off the bike. But he somehow jumps back on and takes off. And then the security guard who's up on the bridge with me, making sure I don't video anything. Shout out to John, if you're out there. He said, yeah, they eventually got him. But yeah, don't go up the gates if you're a Bengals fan to go into the practice field. One, you'll get tackled. You might get the crap beat out of you. And two, you're going to go to jail. So I thought that was pretty interesting on what I saw there. Now, the funny thing was, and I tweeted the picture out, Andrew Fox Miller and James Rapine were screwing with me. So they took a picture of me up on the bridge. So I tweeted that out. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, I wish I could take videos and stuff. But again, I understand why they don't let me. But I mean, really, honestly, this has been a pretty boring camp. I was talking to Mark, who's one of the security guards down there. I said, is this the longest training camp ever? Because it's just, I see like it's going on and on and on and on and on. And I'm looking at when, this Friday is the last preseason game. The home opener, or excuse me, or not the home opener, the first game in Cleveland is not till September 10th. I'm like, that's 2 weeks after the last preseason game. I'm like, holy crap. I remember when it used to start on Labor Day. It was Labor Day weekend. That's when they would have NFL games. Now, I think they're always trying to lengthen the season and push it farther into February. But anyway, it just seems like this has been a kind of a boring camp, which is fine. It doesn't do a whole lot for content creators like myself and trying to figure out stuff to talk about. But as far as being a Bengals fan, there hasn't been a whole lot to talk about. That's one thing I've said, everybody's like, all right, well, Jackson Carman, he might give Jonah Williams a run for his money at right tackle. If you ever watched me, I never believed that for a second. I said, Jonah Williams is going to be your right tackle. I understand now why he said trade me, because they weren't talking to him, and they didn't talk to him until camp, which I still think is weird. But anyway, that's all water under the bridge, as Carl Pickens would say. And Jonah's looking really good at right tackle. I think he had 8 to 10 snaps. He was the only starter in the offensive line to play Friday night. Looked pretty good. Looks seamless. I mean, everything that I've heard, it looks fine. I don't really see a whole lot of pressure coming from his side of the line. Jax Carman looked awful. Not last Friday night, the first preseason. He looked a little better. But I still don't know if Jackson is going to make the team or not. I mean, you have Ford, you have Leal waiting in the wings. Now, Leal I think he said it's going to be on the PUP list. I still want to keep Leal if we could fit him under the salary cap and everything. I think that is a huge luxury, and it's a luxury to keep him. But if the Bengals can, that would be huge, because Super Bowl, we lost Riley Reef. Going to the AFC Championship game, we were down 3 offensive linemen. If you have a guy like La'el Collins as your backup right tackle guard, sign me up for that. So I'm not totally – it's going to be interesting who they keep. I think Ford makes it – obviously La'el. I think Max Sharping is making it. I talked to him a little bit today about, I said, how you feeling about snapping? And he goes, hey, practice makes perfect. Practice gets you better. So I think he's getting more and more comfortable as the weeks go on. What's that mean for Hill? Is he a cut candidate? I mean, to me, Hill, Adeniji, Jackson, these guys might be – I don't think they're going to keep all of them. Might be cut candidates. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it is very interesting of who they keep and who they don't keep. But, yeah, like I said, there's just not a lot to really worry about. And I said this on my show, I think, last week. There's no rookie that we're going, oh, my goodness, I hope this dude steps up and can play how we think he did. Oh, by the way, speaking of rookie, Miles Murphy was out there at practice day. He looked fine. From all reports I heard, he was just a little sick. So, but he was out there today and it looked fine. But like back to my point where we don't have a rookie. We don't have a Jax Carman coming in where we need him to play right tackle. We don't have, you know, a running. We don't have a running back that they have to be. Chase Brown doesn't have to come in here and be the number one running back. We got Joe Mixon, Yoshivas, Chuck Sizzle. Neither one of these guys have to step up and be the number one wide receiver. I mean, even our secondary, you got Battle, who I think is going to eventually be our starting safety, but you got Scott. So another veteran. You got Dax Hill, who's played really well. There isn't one position on this team that we're like, you know, biting our nails. Like, I hope he does good. And that's a good thing. And that's the way this camp has gone, where it's been very little to talk about, to be honest, other than Calf Gate, which, like I've said a million times, Joe Burrow is going to play week 1. You heard it here first. It's just me saying it. Jackpot's going to play week 1 in Cleveland. I believe with my whole heart. I don't think there's any reason. I mean, there was pictures of him or videos of him throwing the ball again last week. So, you know, I think actually I know Joe's gonna be fine. You know, I'll report it. I think he's gonna be fine. It's me reporting, which I have no credentials or anything. I'm just saying Joe Burrow is gonna be fine unless he has a setback, which it's been 3 weeks. Now, my question is, when does he start practicing? And I think it's gonna be the last week of the week, or I should say the week before the first game. He's gonna at least got to start practicing then. I'm honestly hoping it's like next week, and he gets at least 2 weeks to practice and get ready for the season. You get 2 weeks, if you get Jackpot 2 weeks of preparation for the Clowns, sorry, dude. If it's Brown, flush it down. They are going down. And I really do think that the Bengals are going to make a statement on week 1. We'll find out. But yeah, I think that's all I got for right now. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you hit a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell everybody about Sports Strawberry Ice. And other than that, that's just sports, baby. See ya!